Hi, welcome to the next edition of playing competitive competitive Pokemon. My bad. So this week I'm going to be trying out a deck I have not tried before on the channel. That's Joltik Box. So this deck is built around, of course, the Joltik. It does play one copy of Galvantula, which allows you to be able to attack for potentially, 130. Yeah, give or take. For single prizer, which is not bad after you use this card to set up your energies. We do play a couple copies of Pikachu EX, one new Zekrom EX, and we have a mixture of, Clefairy, Latias, Mew, Bez. We have one Ursula as well. We have one Iron Bundle, so we can maybe get a protection Pokemon out of the way because there's some number of them in control decks. We have a couple Iron Hands and one Iron Leaves to deal with Marnie and Charizard EX, which are weak to grass. So you kind of need to have this one thing here should one-shot them. For trainers, we do have access to one Vessel, 4 Nest Ball, since our Pokemon are basic and they're all basically EXs. 4 Pokégears, 1 Catcher, 1 Rod, 3 Ultra Balls, 1 single copy of Tower, 3 copies of Arven, 4 copies of Boss's Order. Since we do really want to KO a certain threat, preferably one that has multiple prizes, since we can do 300 damage with the Pikachu EX. That's very important. Crispin for setup. Iono as a one-of. Pretty solid, just card draw engine. Experience share, so that when they KO our Pokemon, our energy goes to our bench. Bravery Charm, so all our Pokemon are basics. Rescue Board in case we need to retreat, like a Baz or even a Joltik. It seems pretty reasonable as well. And then we also have 4, 5, 2, and 2 on energies. Usually decks play one more, but I went ahead and made room for another Zekrom EX to see how it does in the deck. So if you're interested, the link is in the description, or the deck list is in the description, and let's dive right into some gameplay. Okay, so opponent's going first. So we definitely need Arven for, I guess, we get exactly a Nest Ball to get our Miraidon EX to get 2 more electric Pokemon. Seems like our best bet. So Nest Ball, sure. Then we get to do a little ramping. Gets rid of his Frostlass. Interesting. It makes sense. He really probably needs the stadium. If I had to guess here to make sure he always hits his correct Pokemon that he wants. Okay. So hopefully he does not use the... I have an evolution already, because that would be bad. So use this, gets another one of these. Now he gets the Evolve Form. Interesting choice. So we Arven. Get a Nest Ball. Yeah, get a Rescue Board. Use that. Get a Miraidon. EX. Go tutoring. 1 Iron Hands. Do I get a Pikachu or a Zekrom? Let's get a Pikachu. Let's be real here. We're not playing this deck not to play the Pikachu, right? So let's attach 1 energy here. I don't think there's a world where I actually pitch 2 cards here to get another Pokemon. Let's go ahead and ramp. Go ahead. See what he does now. Another Monkey Dory. Evolves. So he doesn't KO my Joltiks, right? We're just going to put a Rescue Board, retreat, put this in the active, just KO that thing. And then we start setting up our Pikachu. Seems pretty fine. A Fez. Okay. Okay, so now you're going to evolve by that way? Or are you going to evolve these two? Seems like the most logical line to go these two. No, you go the path that doesn't lead to getting energy. I'm not sure about that one. So let's go ahead and retreat, put this in the active. Since he already has one in the active, I might just want to go ahead and take out the Monkey Dory so he doesn't start redirecting damage. Let's go and do this. Take a metal and a grass. Put the grass into hand. The metal only can go on Pikachu anyways. Let's use this ability. Go ahead and grab a Zekrom EX. I think that's actually correct anyways. I think Monkey Dory is the biggest threat on the board. So now you can get exactly a rare candy. And I guess set these two up. That's the only path, right? Did you get a rare candy? Yeah, punished. I guess I had to go for it. I mean, I could have. So I think my line is, he doesn't get exactly a KO here. I think I boss order KO the Frostlass or Monkey Dory. Iono. Okay. Still got a boss's order though. And he gets to move 20 damage, but where? Does he have any spot he could do 30? Still not enough to KO though. Okay. Yeah, so I think I definitely do that. I put this in the active, KO this, take 2 more prizes. You could probably KO my Joltik. I'm confused. So let's evolve this before he gets to be sniped. This is a liability. Put this in the active. KO. Iono. Awkward, but okay. So my best bet is to try to find exactly electric energy. Because Pikachu can finish this game. Iono. That's fine, right? That could allow me to draw a Crispin. And I could use this to do my final blow, but... So if he keeps Marnie in the active, or Grimmsnarl, He might be... I guess, no, he uses this. So he needs the Monkey Dory and save the damage off the Grimmsnarl. Not this Grimmsnarl. Okay. I mean, that's the thing. Let's put him in the active. He already used an Iono, so he does not have the ability to boss this order. He could exactly use a catcher, but... So this has to be my win con. Pikachu EX. One time for the win, please. Not what I'm looking for. Thin the deck a little bit. Pikachu Iron Hands. Use that. Boss's order. That's not good. Put a Fez in the active. Dang it. So close. I just needed a single energy. He probably easily has another energy in hand. He could just put it on there and retreat. He does a KO here. Which means I have nothing else to set up in time. So I think we lose this game. Because I didn't draw that one energy one time. A balloon. Okay. That's depressing. Okay, we lose because he KOs both through the air. Yeah, that's just very unlucky, unfortunately. We just did not draw that energy to win the game. Alright, 0-1, let's get into the next. Very interesting. We're facing Charizard. I wasn't sure if this is actually the order I wanted it to go. And Pikachu is a very explosive attacker right out of the gate. But with Crispin, it's not that hard to set it up. Cut Arven. Maybe get something that retreats. And a Joltik, put that there. Maybe that's a legit option. Can I do that all in one turn? No, because Joltik's will require one turn passing. By that point, he probably already has this evolved. This Pokemon does this deck does seem like it's relatively decent on the play, which most decks today aren't, and they usually get hosed by Badoo if they go first. Okay. Boss's order. Get rid of that. Boss's order. So I need Miraidon, Tutor, get one of each. Arven, get Rescue Board, and probably, is it Vessel? No. I'm guessing Nest Ball. Take a Fez? No, Latias. Latias seems pretty decent. This is not as useful now. Maybe we should an experience share. Now the issue here is he puts that into play. How big is that again? I don't know. The issue is I put it all here. I don't think it's correct. I think I split it. Sets me up for a better next turn. If he tries to KO one or the other, we can always go for the other. Because Crispin can set this up as well. So it's 270. So it does die to a Pikachu EX. I don't think I can get that with that. Yeah, it's weak to water, so I can't really hit it hard enough. So he KOs. So then I think I use Crispin, put one electric here, one, and get a metal. Oh, I have the metal. Never mind. So electric, psychic. Put the electric in hand. Put that on the iron hands. Use this. Grab. Yes, Joltik. And KO. Go ahead. There's another Pikachu EX. Not really helpful. There is a possibility in the world maybe this deck should be playing some way of reanimating the energy, but this Pikachu does take a lot out of it. But right now, I think it's kind of over. So this is 240. And that's 3 prizes. I think we're about to go 1-1 so far with the deck. Yeah. It's not another Pokemon on your bench. And you need to get this out of the active. We'll just do a arm press. I'm going to put this on Pikachu. Yeah, I think Pikachu. That means the last card is my Zekrom. Chardet, so he has something else on the bench. And scoops it up. 1-1. Let's get into the next. Okay, so we're racing Team Rocket. So we definitely need to save this Jamming Tower in case when he does play the stadium, right? Because I mean, you can't allow the stadium to stay on the board. He gets too much extra value off that. So, Ekans? What? Ekans, Meowth, and Larvitar. Yeah, there's the stadium. He draws an additional 2. So I'm trying to think, actually, how does this work? So even if I get Joltik, right, and Arm, I mean, Arm can take out, KO most of these things. I gotta figure this one out. Because it probably is arm hands and Joltik. Put a grass on Pikachu. Electric on Pikachu. No. I don't think Pikachu's going to be very good here. That's just me. Because he has too many one prizers. We need this. And this, I guess. That retreats. Put this in the active. There we go. Do that. Let's go ahead and do this. Take another Crispin. I wonder if I put it one energy here. I don't know. Grass. Electric. Put grass in hand. Put that on arm hands. Iron hands, I should say. Sadly, there's nothing else I could do here. Okay. Maybe I wasn't supposed to get that electric. Yeah. I had to get something else. So that way it makes my jolting charge better. So if he evolves this, it's like what, 200 and something XP, HP, I think. I got Prime Catcher, so I could return this, put this in the active. Try to KO the Meowth. I think Meowth is my first priority. Second is probably Larvitar. I don't know about Ekans, right? That's a little bit of a presenting card. Okay. Switch your deck for a supporter. Who are you putting in the active? Okay. And then immediately evolves to... Oh! And it evolves, of course. Is both. 180 damage. So I can't get this into ready to basically be attacking yet. That's weak to fighting. So I had to KO this in one hit. I'm not sure. Weak to grass, huh? Is that my option? I would KO here. Okay. Grab Zekrom EX. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. That's a KO. I think that's a necessary KO. A Mew, not helpful. I need something really good here. Because this 300 damage has to hit something that's EX. So I have to wait for, I guess, is Persian EX. Maybe I had to move it here. But this is not going to do much. Okay, Team Rocket. I could do 160. That's a nice temporary hit. I guess put that there. KO. Okay, that's good. That's electric energy. So we could always put this on. That's actually still tricky. So I need both on this, but I need to put something else on this. So you put Sneasel into the active. So I think it might be worth just putting the grass on. Iron Hands hit for 120. Take 2 prizes. And probably force a Arbok into the active. So at which point we can sort of pivot, because I mean, Amp is not going to KO a Arbok. Giovanni. I mean, that doesn't matter, because of Latias. Okay, a great ball. What does this do? What does this attacker do? So you can only get to defeat. You can never get to torment. So this is not very useful. I guess, yeah, you can get just torment. That doesn't matter, because I mean, I can't. I'm gonna be retreating it anyways. I have one in here, right? Yeah, so I'm out of both of these. That's a KO. So now he's 4/6. I do Arbok. That's shocking. I mean, how's that going to stand up? You would have to evolve it to even have a shot, right? Alright, so he makes me throw away my hand. And I get 3? That's not as bad as 2, so I'll take it. Yeah, only if I had this mental energy, I would have put it on here. So you're going to try to paralyze me. That's your goal. And it didn't work. Okay. I'm just going to be nice and just immediately end this. Good game. Good game, guy. Ryu. Good games. So overall, 2-1 with the deck. Let's go ahead and get into the wrap up. So what do we learn this week about this deck? So I've played multiple different decks playing Iron Hands. And it definitely, this deck just feels like a different version of Iron Hands. So it really just depends on which version you like most, right? Because you have Jolt Box, you have also, the electric deck with maybe a little bit more consistent with ramping with our 4 item cards. The Mellow deck also that I played was also a Iron Hands deck. So it seems like the Iron Hands is kind of like the piece for a lot of different decks. So it really just depends on which version of the deck type you like the most. And this deck does, like, it leverages Joltik a little bit more. Definitely, it does a decent job of turn 1 just ramping 4. It is more consistent than the other option, which is just a potential to ramp 2. But you often whiff. So like this one doesn't whiff. I wonder if you could actually find a version with Joltik where it's just electric and grass Pokemon. Cut out the extra fluff and kind of go down that path. I wonder how good that would be. I mean, Pikachu's nice and all, but it does require and makes your energy a lot worse, because then you have to have steel energy, and then you have psychic down here, which makes it a little more awkward as well, especially since you're so restricted on electric and grass type energies. So that's kind of my takeaways about this deck. Some point maybe I want to make a return, but I wanted to play some Pikachu EX. I don't think I really ever gave this card a shot on this channel. So I wanted to do that. But I do think next time I might just want to cut the Pikachu EX, which gives me 2 more slots to increase, 1 more electric, 1 more grass type energy. And honestly, I don't think the psychic energy is doing all that much. It's only strictly here for Clefairy. Which we only have 1 real hitter that is psychic. So it is a little awkward there too. The other possibility here, I guess that is a electric type that also hits. So maybe if there is something that technically requires electric, but is actually a psychic type, that may be something I'd be more interested in. Because yeah, so it's a psychic that uses electric energy. I don't think a Mewtwo does that. It could be Mewtwo. I know there's some, right? It's not an actual electric type. Maybe it is, but I know there's some, right? That because they had a whole series where tons of Pokemon had a type, and yeah, it is. No, this is an electric type that uses psychic. I want the opposite. I want a psychic Pokemon that uses electric. I don't know if that's possible or not. The other possibility, it could be psychic that uses colorless, and that's another possibility. I probably should specify it's an EX, basic, and then a EX. So there's none like that either. So I'm not sure how I want it to function then. So let me know in the comment section what cards should I be looking at. Because I said I wouldn't mind trying it, but I definitely wanted something that maybe could have a generic cost. For some reason though, every time I look at energy type, it always filters by the actual type. It's so confusing because it makes me think it should be this little icon. But when I looked it up, like I seen Mewtwo, which technically is the wrong energy type. Yes, I don't see any here. Yeah, so maybe the energy type is the actual top right. So, I mean, Mew is the only one that's really stands out. Screaming Tail EX doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. But yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do for this slot, basically. So I would like to make it where I don't have to have a psychic energy in the deck as well, so it's a little bit more fluent. And then possibly I could, make the deck tune more, and I could actually just play either the getting electric energy from your bench, put it onto your Pokemon, like the other deck plays, or if you could play enough electric energy, we could actually just play the ramp spell as well, the generator, so that way we could ramp into Iron Hands quicker. With ladies, that does also pretty help quite a bit. So let me know in the comment section what you guys want me to know, and I'll talk to you guys next time.